Hi, Earth Angels. Welcome into another ancestor and angel message here at Ethereal Ancestors. I thank you guys so much for being here and for tuning in. Whenever this reading finds you, you can trust that divine timing, that there is something here for you. We're going to just jump right on into it, but I thank you guys so much for your subscribes, for liking the video, okay? Make sure you share this message with anyone you might feel could benefit from it. And let me know what resonates with you in the comments down below, okay? What I was getting for the next 7 days, okay, is that there is a certain level of, they're giving me the word reshaping. Something is being reconfigured and reshaped. I'm hearing in your identity. That could be a byproduct of Saturn and Aries, Saturn and Neptune being in Aries right now, okay? And for a good little minute. There's a new layer in your identity being reconstructed and reshaped over the next 7 days. That could trigger some emotional releasing. That could also trigger almost getting like a bit more exhaustion, a little bit more tired type of energy. So make sure you're allowing yourself the release and rest that you need, depending on where you find yourself on that spectrum. But it is a time to do almost, I want to say, everything you can with aligned intention, okay? Making sure that the intentions behind your actions, your words, your thoughts are supercharged over the next 7 days with positive energy, with balanced energy, with your truth, okay? Because there is a lot of healing that is going to start building momentum in the collective consciousness. And if you are coming over here from Cusp of Roses and True Soul Tribe energy, you often might find yourself experiencing those particular healing cycles, like I'm saying, the exhaustion or the emotional releases, before it kind of reaches the other members of the collective, or the conscious collective, I should say, because not everybody's going through this type of spiritual upgrade. Those of y'all that are tapped in, tune in, you'll know what I mean. But it's like you might experience it first before the big waves start happening throughout the conscious collective. So that's kind of the tone that I was getting in my meditation for these next 7 days. There's a need to stand strong and not be afraid of this reshaping of your identity. Not be afraid to stand in that new energy. It might feel a bit foreign. It might bring up some self-worth, some deeper issues and deeper conditionings, but that's exactly what it is. It's just conditioned ways of belief, conditioned ways of seeing yourself, believing in the world, seeing in the world. Like, a lot of that is collapsing, and this just feels like another layer of that, okay? Where it's finally maybe safe for you to see yourself in a way that the divine has always seen you. So you might be getting a clearer glimpse of your divine mirror, like seeing your divine essence, your divinity, your divine essence, kind of seeing your oversoul a little bit more clear, which then is going to shift how you connect with yourself in this 3D reality, okay? And for those of y'all that have been following this reading series from Cusp of Roses over to this new channel, you know that we've talked a lot about getting into the 5D energy. A lot of y'all are probably anchoring in your 5th dimension identity, while the rest of the conscious collective is starting to awaken to the 4th dimension. We've been in the 4th dimension energetically for some years now, but there are a lot of souls that are catching up to that frequency. So if you are highly empathic, especially to collective shifts, just be mindful of that kind of need for rest, need to do your own cleansing and purifying and releasing of energy and emotion. So cry if you need to cry, get mad if you need to get mad, like get all that energy out. Make sure it has a safe space to land outside of your body and outside of your mind. Okay, so that could be journaling. You might want to channel it into an art practice, physical movement, walking, running, dancing, working out, whatever you love to do for exercise could definitely be beneficial. Sitting in nature is always beneficial. Okay, so just tap in with that. Make sure you're gauging yourself properly. Okay, not pushing yourself beyond what you know you can handle, because it's just not necessary right now. The best thing you can do over the next 7 days is continue to trust in your thriving. Okay, a lot of y'all are thriving in ways that you just don't recognize and can't see, but you'll see it soon. All right, so show me a little bit more here, Divine, about the next 7 days. Who's here guiding us from the ancestral and angelic realms? You've got the Traveler. Yeah, moving in a new direction. That's that new identity, new way of seeing, new alignment that's kind of opening up for a few of you here. Show me this new direction. Who's guiding on the new direction? Okay, you've got the High Priest is guiding. There's that intention and creation energy I was sensing in my meditation. See your seeds grow and see beyond the current situation. Exactly. Exactly. Some of y'all are springing into a new timeline here. Stargazers, set your sights higher. Springing into a new timeline where you are going to see your seeds grow, where maybe where you were kind of operating on from your own frequency was like, I know I'm planting these seeds, but I might never reap the benefits of these seeds. That's not true in this new timeline, and definitely with Uranus and Gemini over the next, 8 years? This is the timeline and the energy where you plant that seed. You might not see that fruit tomorrow, but you'll definitely live to see and enjoy the fruit of that labor of planting that seed. Okay? Okay? What needs to be seen? Who's helping us see beyond the current situation? The Direction Guardian, right, with Traveler. Okay, so that's a full circle loop right here. Choose your path. Some of y'all have a deep, intensive need to create a new path, and something is opening up for you to be able to do so. Some of y'all, your souls are really trying to push you and pull you into something new. The more you allow that energy to guide you, honestly, the better off you'll be probably by the time Uranus moves out of Gemini and into Cancer. Because every cycle builds on itself. So this new direction has a lot of room and space for you to set new intentions and create the things that maybe you've always wanted to create. Maybe this is like a passion project, or like something that you've always wanted to do, experience, learn. You're being given assistance to walk down that path, but it might not seem like that in the way that you're viewing the 3D right now. Yeah, you got the High Priest and the High Priestess out here. Dream and journey. One more for the next 7 days. Who's here for the next 7 days? Divine, thank you. Who's here for the next 7 days? The Knight in reverse. Be brave and honest. They don't want me to take reversals, but what I would say is I would keep this new path, this new energy, maybe a little close to your chest. It might not be something that's ready to be announced. It's just something that the divine is guiding you to feel out before saying anything about it. Okay, a harmonious resolution is possible. Mercury retrograde is on the way. We are going to go through one at the end of this month of June. Okay, yeah, I feel like you might want to be very mindful of the words you speak over the next 7 days. Yeah, you have your guardian angel here with you. Perfect. Okay. Be very mindful of the words that you speak over the next 7 days. Okay. Make sure that everything you utter out of your mouth, everything you use, your throat chakra, your vocal cords, the manifestation power in your voice to create has the proper intention for what it is that you want. Some of y'all want to move in a new direction. You need to start speaking life into those doors opening for you, into what it is you want that journey and that path to hold for you. Okay. If you need this confirmation by my phone, if you need to speak on any protective measures that you want in place, your guardian angels are listening. Okay. It's not allowing what's happening right now in this reality that you're experiencing, that you've already manifested from a past version of yourself, define what's possible for you. So if there is that deep feeling, deep-seated feeling of, I'm ready for something new, I want something new, I want a whole new life, I want a whole new path, start speaking on what that looks like. Okay. Because a new path can be a bunch of different things, right? Start using your throat chakra. Maybe some of y'all need to clear out your throat chakra or fine tune that chakra center so that it is attuned to the frequency of what it is that you really do want, and not in the vibration of what you already have. Okay. So that could be also the reshaping. The way you speak influences your sight and your understanding of things. So just be very, very mindful, okay? Be very, very mindful. And then you have Earth Mother, feel loved and comforted. So this is almost like divine support saying the divine wants you on this new path. The divine wants whatever this new direction is for you. It's just a part of that co-creative process for you to do the work to align with it. Okay. Yes, the divine can work miracles all day, every day, but there are certain things that need a certain intention and a specific energy reserve, I'm hearing with the High Priestess, in order to sustain you on the journey that you want to be on. Okay. Some of y'all might be afraid to ask for something. Maybe that's why that Knight was in reverse. Being afraid to say you want something. Being afraid to speak to that new path because you might not think you're going to get it. Or you might not fully believe you're worthy of it. Back to that self-worth energy. That's where the next 7 days is really going to help you realign your identity to know that you're worth it. Not just think it. Not just assume it, but to actually know. Maybe for some of you even get tangible evidence around that worth, so that it's not something that feels strictly etheric for you. It's actually something that's confirmed in your reality. Okay, tangible. It's something tangible. Clarify the Traveler. Yeah, the Queen of Wands. Yeah, you literally have the power to manifest this new direction. It's just about tapping into it. And there is some sort of fear I'm sensing around tapping into that energy. Maybe it just takes a lot of energy. That's real. I don't think we talk too much about how much focus and alignment and effort it can feel like sometimes when you're trying to create a pivot for yourself, or when you are doing your best to align with the higher frequency. It's real work. That's why I was maybe sensing that maybe you need some rest to store up energy to do that work, or maybe there's something that needs to be revitalized in your energy in order to feel confident enough as that Queen of Wands that you can move in this new direction, and you're worthy of that pivot. You're worthy of choosing a new path. You don't have to stay stuck in something that doesn't serve you or doesn't really align with you anymore. Some of y'all might be awakening to that. My current reality and my current environment does not align with me at all, and I want a whole new setup. Like, I need a whole new existence, basically. And it's like you're being granted that, but you're going to get some guidance, and maybe hopefully throughout this reading and as we continue to channel on this energy, as the weeks come, get some directions on how to solidify that in your world, okay? Show me the High Priest. What's the intended and created energy? Oh, I know, that's right. Archangel Michael coming through with the Chariot. Yeah, High Priest energy, period. Okay, perseverance, success in conflict, overcoming adversity. Like, whatever the adversity is in this current situation that Divine wants you to see beyond, there's a need to believe in your sword. There's a need to use your sword, your word, your voice, your throat chakra. Okay, some of you could have significant Taurus placements that rules the throat chakra. Okay. Some of y'all are also breaking free from a 15-year cycle. I'm just seeing the numbers 1, 5, or again, that's the devil energy. So breaking free from that conditioned belief system about yourself, about what you're capable of, about what you can have in this life. Okay, about what you're worthy of. Queen of Wands is your divine power, guards against mental troubles. Yeah, it's like your current environment could actually be causing some sort of mental disturbance to you or creating mental stressors for you. Really, this need for a new direction could really just be a need for a clear mind. But there's something maybe in your environment that disrupts your ability to have that, or like to fully sustain that energy or stay in that energy. It's like you can get there, but there's distractions, there's noises, there's this, there's that, there's all this kind of contrast to be able to sustain that energy to manifest that door for you. Okay, so maybe there's something in your environment that is going to shift and change, that's going to support your mental energy so you can step into your Queen of Wands and hop on this Chariot that is solely and intended for you. Okay, so whatever the adversity, you're overcoming it. Okay, you are. It might be slowly, but you are going to overcome it. Okay. Yeah, you got the 6 of Swords under Spring. Perception of unity, exactly. Maybe that's it. There's still maybe layers of that conditioned belief of you being separate from the universe, you being separate from all things divinity, you not being worthy, you being filled with sin and all this dirtiness, and oh, we're just lowly humans and just you, if you're here resonating with my channel, you probably do carry some earth angel energy, if it's not a full-blown identity for you in this lifetime. So you have that understanding of, no, I know I'm tied in. I know we're tethered. I know everything is ran by divine intelligence. There's no way for us to be separate from it. But it's just those voices in the mind. It's just that conditioned belief of, well, no, I got to earn my favor. I have to earn my birthright. I have to earn the right through all of this hard work and sacrifice and struggle. And it's like, no, it doesn't have to be struggle. It doesn't have to be something that causes you pain and suffering. Those things are inevitable in this realm, right? When you live here on earth, that's just inevitable. It's a name of the game, but it isn't a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of the environment. Exactly. So there are some like parallels to what you might be going through in your life right now, and the exact kind of divine existence versus human existence experience that you might want to meditate on here. Okay, clarify, see beyond the current situation. Ooh, okay, that one came out and then wanted to tuck itself right back in. Show me what the seer sees. What does the seer see? For my earth angels, the King of Wands in reverse. Eloquence gives answers to those in doubt. Okay, interesting. I don't know why I feel like not taking reversals today. Okay, so I'm going to follow that. This is what I was maybe saying, that you might not have the full clarity and the answers onto how to open up that new direction or get on that new path, get to this chariot, but it is going to come. There's something that is very divinely timed about that information finding you. It definitely feels like the divine is moving some pieces around for you, but it just might not be fully developed yet. So it's almost like you're in the waiting room of this new direction. Your name is on the list. You checked in. You got here. You got there 15 minutes early to do your paperwork. It's all in, and now you just have to be ready for when your name is called. But you don't know that exact moment, and you don't know that exact time. I hope that analogy makes sense, because that's what this feels like. You're in the waiting room. It's only a matter of time before your name is called. You've done all that you've needed to do. You've gotten in position. It's just waiting for the other pieces to fall into place. Okay. So what's beyond the current situation that needs to be seen in this energy for my earth angels? The Page of Pentacles. Okay. Loyalty and allegiance, friendship and reconciliation. Maybe there is something in your immediate environment that doesn't feel like loyalty to yourself. Like having to engage with it, participate with it, tolerate it, feels like betraying you. And what that really is that new, uninhibited, less conditioned version of yourself that's emerging, that is resisting whatever the old version of you was in agreement with, or had learned to tolerate, had learned to put up. It's like a firm contrast. There's a lot of contrast in this energy over the next 7 days. You're going to be able to see alignment in a new way for some of y'all. Okay? Some of y'all got to trust that you have loyalty and allegiance in your friendships. Okay? Some of y'all have to trust that you have loyalty and allegiance with the universe and the divine. And maybe that's the call. All you have to do is remain loyal and allegiant to that divine version of yourself, to your divine relationships and partnerships and contracts that you have, to your divine purpose. For those of you that are aware of that energy, that's all you got to do is stay loyal to that. The rest takes care of itself. So what's this path that needs to be chosen? The King. All the kings are coming out in reverse. Okay, victory grants victory and protection from lightning. The King of Swords. This is what it is. This waiting period is allowing you to think something through a little bit longer or a little bit deeper. Oh, I just heard that. Thank you, Divine. It's not a path that you're choosing. It's a path that's choosing you. Back to my waiting room analogy. You're not choosing the time that you're called back. Let's say it's a medical office, the nurses, the doctors, whoever is behind that chooses when they call you. You don't just walk back there because it's 1:30 and your appointment is supposed to start. You know what I mean? You typically kind of know, okay, if they're saying be there by 1:30 or my appointment's at 1:30, I'm probably not going to get back there until 1:45, 1:50. You know what I mean? Like, it's just that kind of, you can be prepared, you can be on time, but the universe still has to initiate its side of the co-creative process. And some of y'all are just waiting on that. So yeah, there's no choice for you to make. It's choosing you. Maybe that's why the Queen came out first. Earth Mother, yeah. Receptive energy, feminine energy. Okay. So you're in position to receive a new path and a new direction. It's not something that you are going to have to... Let me say it like this. It's something you've already manifested. It's already in your vortex. It's already in the ethers. It's already in queue for you. You just have to be patient enough, loyal enough, allegiant enough to that new energy, to that manifestation for it to come through. It's just on its way. Chariot energy. So hold your intentions and continue to create from your high priestess energy, from your higher self, from your higher awareness. and allow yourself to enjoy the journey. Okay, because you're definitely not alone in this kind of reshaping that's happening. Definitely not alone. But what's this path then that's choosing? My earth angels here. The Emperor. Oh, period. Yeah. King's in reverse. Nah, we ain't dealing with no king. We're dealing with the Emperor. Exactly. Okay. Yeah, political authority, gives safe travel, protects against conspiracies. Right. So this is almost like a manifestation that has to show up for y'all in the right format, in the right form. And there might be other energies, entities, spirits that are trying to show up, but they're King of Swords in reverse, they're King of Wands in reverse. It's like they're getting blocked, or they've been blocked, because the only thing that is supposed to call you from that waiting room is an Emperor energy or higher. So maybe this has to do with love for some of y'all, or relationships, and or this could be opportunities in career. It's the opportunity and the path and the direction that allows you to be the Emperor. You don't want to be the king anymore. It's like, yeah, no more management, no more middle level. No, I want to be senior level exec of my own life, if that's entrepreneurship, because that sometimes is connected here with Emperor energy, or I'm the head of the thing. There's no one above me. I want that level, or you're being aligned with an opportunity that puts you at that level. Okay. So how, harnessing the power, Page of Wands, exactly. I love that we started out with the Queen of Wands and we have the Page of Wands under this High Priestess. Propagation of light confounds the wicked, and slander saves from enemies. Yeah. Some propagation of light feels like you being moved off of one path and placed in another to be a source of power. And not just a source of power as in like people plugging into you and draining you, but more or less a source of light, a source of illumination. So as maybe one door closes, another one opens. Maybe that's all those kings in reverse. Those opportunities don't align with where your energy, your time, your gifts are best utilized and can serve the most. Okay. So show me the dream and the journey here. The Devil in reverse. Absolutely. Falling out of the conditioning with the Sun at the bottom of the deck. Restoration of life, protection from adversaries, Devil in reverse here. Okay. So on this new path, there is no more seduction and downfall. No more, I don't want to say no more temptation, but it's like those kings that were maybe blocked, or those opportunities that represent that king energy, might have been tempting, but again, would not have been fully in alignment with your highest good. Your highest good is in alignment with Emperor energy, regardless of your gender. So settling for king status would be an improper use of your light and gifts. Okay? So don't cut yourself short. Don't settle for less than what you know you deserve. Some of y'all gotta ask for more. Not be afraid to say, hey, I'm worth a little bit more than that. A lot more than that, genuinely and truthfully. But, you know, to advocate for your worth. Okay, but tell me more. Can I get one for this dream and journey? No reversals. The Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah. Submission to a higher order. Exactly. Identifies traitors and destroys their plans. Clarify. Yeah. So this new path is your Nine of Pentacles. Some of y'all, this is about independence. Some of y'all, it's the, I don't want nobody hovering over me. I don't need nobody to be the emperor in my life. I want to be the emperor of my life. I don't need nobody telling me what to do. I want to tell myself what to do. I want to guide myself. I want to be in charge. I want to be in control of my path. So maybe something about the path that you're on right now feels out of your control, or like you're at the mercy or have to submit to a particular hierarchy that probably is out of whack if the way I'm feeling it. It's like people who might be at a higher authority than you, but don't really rank higher than you in knowledge and energy, in skill set, and understand. You see what I'm saying? It's like, I'm tired of being ran by people who don't know how to run nothing. You know what I mean? Like, let's just put it in business. Just because someone starts a business and they are the CEO of that business doesn't mean they know how to be a leader. Leadership is a skill. Just because you have the capital to begin something or claim that, you know what I mean, be the head or the founder of something does not make you well suited to lead that something. Some of y'all are leaders, but you haven't had the opportunity to be in that type of CEO, COO, CFO, however many acronyms you want to use, whatever the C-level suite type energy. You haven't had that opportunity to be in those rooms. Some of y'all are getting the opportunity to be in those rooms because you have the leadership skill. Okay? So propagation of light, somebody might like poach you or like recruit you into something. Like they might be the founder of the thing, but they want you to lead it. That's the opportunity, being the emperor. You know what I mean? Or you might get invited to be on like a board of directors or have some sort of high level input on something. And even if it's not for another company, it could be the time to really propagate your light and plant that propagation so that you can grow your own company, your own business, or your own establishment. Something for yourself where, again, you're the emperor in the room. Okay? Independence, the 9 of Pentacles. So what's this not alone energy? What's the message from the guardian angels here for my Earth Angel collective? Oh, that's a lot. Okay, so a lot of y'all have guardian angels trying to speak to you. Clarify. Can I get one for guardian angel? Just one. You got the 8 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. Exactly. A lot of y'all are being fast-tracked to your happiness, to your fulfillment. Divine warrior energy with the 10 of Cups. Like I said, your loyalty and allegiance to the divine could be what's allowing this opportunity to manifest in maybe a miraculous way. A way that thank you, divine, a way that confirms your worth and your alignment. Meaning, there's nothing but the divine that could have opened that door. There's no way that I would have been able to get in that room or get into this room myself. This is the divine confirming my worth and my value and all the power that I've harnessed, all the loyalty I've shown. Like, I see the reward in it. Like, some of y'all are going to have that experience. Maybe not necessarily over the next 7 days, but it might get a little clearer over the next 7 days, okay? Can I get one for guardian angel divine? Uh-oh. Thank you, the 6 of Cups. Harmony. Motivation, like I said. So your guardian angels are going to bring in some sort of confirmation for you over the next 7 days that will be a motivating factor for you to either keep manifesting this new direction, keep still in that waiting room for some of y'all. You've already done the manifestation work, you're just waiting. Motivated to stay for your name to be called, because eventually it will be. It's not like you'll show up in the waiting room and then they'll say, oh, you got to go home and come back tomorrow. No, eventually you're going to make it back there. Okay. Yeah. But your guardian angels are going to bring in some signs and synchronicities for you to lift your spirits a little bit, give you a little bit of boost of belief and trust. Okay. Because I think they know you've been waiting for a minute. Some of y'all been in that waiting room like since the early morning, and it's like, it's looking like 2 p.m. What's going on? What's happening? But it's coming, okay? It's coming. Clarify this Queen of Wands with the Traveler and the divine power. What's the divine power that my Earth Angels hold this week? The 7 of Pentacles. Discernment. Thank you. Thank you for confirming that. That's exactly what I was channeling. Your divine power over the next 7 days is your ability to discern. So the difference between King energy in reverse and the Emperor upright. That opportunity looks like a King of Swords in reverse, where my intellect, my intellectual property might be stolen, mistreated, undervalued, not appreciated, not regarded in the way that it needs to be. We also saw the King of Wands. My creativity, my leadership skills might not be valued. It might be underpaid in that opportunity, might not be fully heard. Or King of Wands energies often find themselves in positions of being the energy mule in a way. They're invited into rooms to spark up the creativity, to kind of give life to whatever's happening, but then they're often underpaid, undervalued, underappreciated because of that. And they burn out. You see what I'm saying? So that opportunity would lead you to burnout, King of Wands in reverse. So what you're looking for and what you are in alignment with is this Emperor opportunity, energy, person, place, thing, whatever that looks like in your life, okay? But your divine power over the next 7 days is discernment. How can they use this discernment to align with the Chariot, the Four of Cups? Healing capacity, yep. Oh, I love that, because what you'll be able to discern, like I said, those waves of energy that might come up, you might need to purge a little bit, some emotion, some anger, clear out your mental body, your spiritual body, maybe even focus in on doing a deeper cleanse over the next 7 days of your energy. Okay, if you practice cleansing yourself, which everybody should, all right? But your healing capacity, your perseverance through this waiting room season has bolstered your healing capacity. So now you have this kind of bandwidth to do a lot more than you would have with that King of Wands in reverse, King of Swords in reverse opportunity or alignment that might be trying to come in, but just isn't supported by the universe. I'll say it like that. The universe wouldn't support that opportunity as your highest alignment, so it would fall apart eventually, and probably sooner than you could really even dip your whole foot in that moment or in that situation, okay? So seeing their seeds grow with the Six of Swords. What's the perception of unity with seeing their seeds grow, divine? Death. Oh, period. Yeah, endings and rebirth. Influences health and longevity. To ensure that your seeds continue that cycle. Well, that's actually interesting. I never really thought about that. A seed does go through multiple, a plant in and of itself goes through multiple death and rebirth cycles. What was once a seed dies and rebirths itself into a sprout. It grows, it changes form. And then that sprout yields stems and it grows, and then there get leaves, and then you have flowers or whatever starts to come out of that. Then you bear some fruit. That's multiple death cycles in one lifetime, one expansion of a single energy. That's exactly what you're going through. That's what I feel like, that shedding of that old identity. It's a death cycle in your identity that's then aligning you with a higher vibrational version of who you are. So like from the seed to the fruit is the highest vibration of that seed. And every fruit also carries that same seed that birthed it. So it's that cycle of life, genuinely. Okay? So it's just about discerning the season that you're in. Some of y'all have just been planted in the ground. Others of y'all have been planted in the ground for a while and you're starting to grow roots. Some of y'all have had your roots and you're about to break through that ground. Some of y'all already broke through that ground and you're about to stretch out and gain branches and stems and limbs and leaves and flowers and blooms. Some of y'all have already got the leaves, the flowers, and the blooms, and now you're going to grow taller so that there's room for your fruit. Okay, so discerning where you are in that cycle is going to be essential. Tell me a little bit more then about this loyalty and allegiance. The Page of Swords. In reverse. Refuge governs dreams, reveals mystery and hidden immortals. Yeah, so... Oh, wait, my deck was upside down. I'm sorry. Alright, yeah, so we'll reshuffle that. But Page of Swords energy under the Page of Pentacles. There has to be a sense of loyalty and allegiance to this new, to the idea of whatever that new path, new direction is for you, whatever this emperor opportunity might be. Nurturing that vision as opposed to the fear of what might not happen from that vision. Okay. Clarify the Page of Pentacles with the Seer. Everything want to come out in reverse. The Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. Clarify. Thank you. The Magician. Okay. Yeah. That's the work. Spiritual wisdom and magic helps one gain wisdom and discover hidden secrets. Okay, so maybe some of y'all, if y'all want a personal reading with me, I do have a website where you can book your own angel and ancestor message. It's linked in the description box below. Okay. Turnaround time is about 1 to 3 days at the current moment. So if you are interested and you want me to look a little deeper into your specific protection, your specific guide energy, because this is just a general message, keep that in mind, I'd be happy to do that, okay? Again, that link is in the description box below. Clarify the Emperor path. That's choosing my earth angels. The Five of Wands, okay. Politics and ambition wins judgments, protects all those who seek truth. This is what the divine is working through, the Five of Wands. So there could be some politics that go into you being the emperor. Like I said, for some of y'all, it's like you deserve to be in that room, whatever the room is, the opportunity. The room is the opportunity. You deserve to be in that room. But there could be people in that room or other energies in that waiting room that don't feel like you deserve to have your name called. So that could be posing some sort of challenge, which is why for some of y'all something is taking a little bit longer than you anticipated or you desired or you hoped. Somebody maybe feels like you haven't earned something. But the thing of that is you don't get to say what someone's earned and what they haven't earned, especially if what we're earning here is in spirit. You don't know what someone has gone through, what relationship, what bond someone has with their spirit guides, their guardian angels, the divine realms, to say, oh, they don't deserve that opportunity. You know what I mean? And I think that's what triggers the sense of self-worth, because some of y'all maybe also subconsciously feel like you don't deserve it either because you haven't, maybe, you know, maybe it's more like an age thing. Somebody maybe feels like you're too young to have all that wisdom, so there's no way that it's real. Like, we much rather somebody who's older and has more years under their belt. But just because someone has more years under their belt does not make them actually a fit for whatever the opportunity is. A lot of the times when you deal with older generations in that way, they have belief systems, ideologies, practices that don't align with the new and upcoming energy. I just heard a fresh perspective. That's exactly why you're being brought in on something, or why this Emperor opportunity is in alignment for you, because you offer a fresh perspective. Whereas if they were to continue on with whomever's in that room or whatever was leading that situation, it's the same old, same old, same old, and it doesn't grow. It's not in tune with what's to come. It lacks foresight. It's hard to see beyond experiences when you have so much experience under your belt, as opposed to, I don't have all that jaded energy behind me. I'm kind of fresh, kind of new, seasoned. I'm not saying you aren't seasoned in whatever this is, but in comparison to who maybe feels like they have seniority or superiority over you, there could be that kind of like, the politics of the office would say, I have to go with whoever's been here the longest. But the ambitions that are needed to accomplish the goal, create the path, do the thing, more aligns with someone who hasn't been here that long. So someone could be fighting for you behind the scenes, like in the 3D, along with your angels and ancestors supporting you and fighting and moving things out of the way as well. But there's someone who sees what your angels and ancestors see, and they're trying to kind of put place and move things in order and do what they need to do so that you kind of have a smooth entrance into this Emperor energy. So it's, again, you don't have to fight. It's being fought for on your behalf. So clarify the Page of Wands. All you got to do is, again, focus on being loyal to your divine path, your divine energy. The rest will handle itself. Yeah, the Ten of Swords, right. Revelation protects from sadness, gives revelation in dreams. Some of y'all are going to have a revelation over the next 7 days that's something that you maybe know in your soul you were in alignment for. It's kind of like the Two of Swords. Yes, that's true. You were in alignment for that, but it was not for your highest and greatest good. Or it didn't serve your overall destiny. It would have blocked or hindered a very important part of your destiny. So some of y'all might have to make peace with the fact that something did not play out, or something didn't align at a certain time, because it would have stagnated you as opposed to support you. And the divine wants you to be supported and not stagnated. So this revelation that might come through a dream, confirmation on my phone, this revelation that might come through a dream might show you that either that path rejecting you, or you maybe having to reject that path, or situations that might have been out of your control, might have been outside of the other party's control, whatever the situation was, it was divine protection. The divine said no. Even though you felt the alignment, the divine said, no, that's not the highest alignment for you. It is aligned with a part of you, but it's not aligned with all of you. That's not where your energy would be best suited and supported for your purpose. So no, you got to go this way. And that could be a hard pill to swallow, especially for the heart. I'm feeling it in my heart chakra. The heart's like, but that was like what we wanted, or like that's kind of, that was my dream. That's what I really have my heart set on. The divine understands and the divine knows. And it's not to say that it was not in alignment with you. It was. It just wasn't your highest alignment. And if you ask the divine for your highest alignment, that's what's going to come in, and that's where they're going to guide you always. So maybe that's a part of it too. Again, those kings that came out in reverse, not your highest alignment. Your highest alignment at this point is Emperor energy. And keep in mind, you have the High Priest and High Priestess here too. So it's like you want your path and your journey and the relationships, partnerships, situations, environments, communities that you're a part of to be a reflection of that alignment that you're in. Okay, so whatever you were saved from, there might have been a lot of enemies on that path. There might have been more souls, more entities that would have wanted to work against you, as opposed to the path that you're currently on. Okay? So what might feel like a really deep loss was truly at its core absolute and total alignment. But it takes a little minute for the heart and the mind to see that. And some of y'all might be navigating that realignment right now. Okay? So take your time, hold compassion towards yourself as you do that. Feel what you need to feel about it. It's all valid. But make sure you rest on the fact that at the end of the day, it was divine protection. Okay? Show me the Nine of Pentacles dream journey here. The Six of Wands. I'm trying to tell you, it's for your success. You asked the divine for victory. That might have shut some doors. That might have disconnected you from certain people, places, things, jobs, homes, environments. You asked for victory. So the divine shut down what wasn't going to ever lead you to a victory. Close the door on all of that. and is opening the doors and the paths that will. You just have to find that patience. You got to find that patience to allow that process to happen, because keep in mind, divine realm timing, very different from earth time. Very, very different. And honestly, what this tells me, because longevity is the word here on the Six of Wands, that's exactly what the divine wanted for you. Sustainability. Not for you to get something quickly and lose it just as quickly. Or get something for a moment and that's the only moment that you have it. What's being set up with this Emperor energy, this Emperor path, is something that will stand the test of time. That will maybe, for a lot of y'all, sustain you for the rest of your natural life. And that is the alignment that you want. As opposed to, okay, I had my little 15 minutes and now that's it, because you burned all the energy or chose that path that could only lead to just those 15 minutes as opposed to a lifetime. Okay? So your guardian angels are coming in with some motivation for you over the next 7 days to remind you of your value, of your worth, of why they have you waiting, why you're being patient, why those doors were closed, why those kings in reverse couldn't come in. Because your emperor, opportunity or person for some of y'all, deserves to be a part of the path that you're on. Okay? Because it's fortunate. Because it's fortunate. The Wheel of Fortune. Healing. So you are going to get signs and reminders of your healing, which is going to help support the divine power of discernment that you're harnessing right now over the next 7 days. Okay? You being able to even have that discernment is in and of itself a sign of your healing. Okay? Some of y'all definitely have that shaman aspect with your divine connections. You might be from shaman blood, because I'm seeing a shaman in my mind's eye. Yeah. Ultimately, this was about protection. Okay? So feel loved and comforted that the divine loves you enough to close doors that need to be closed, close doors that would have led you to a fallen state, and only open doors that lead you to victories. Feel that love and feel comforted by that love, okay? As much as you can. I know that sometimes can be a tall order, but try. Just put a little effort and a little energy behind there. So since we have these synchronicities coming in from your guardian angels, let's get some angel numbers for this week that might be relevant for you, that'll keep you in alignment and keep you motivated to continue to intend and create with your chariot and harness your mystic power for that Wheel of Fortune energy, okay? Archangel Raphael, beautiful. All right, what are the synchronicities here that connect to this message for those that resonate, for my earth angels that resonate? Thank you. New beginnings, baby. Can't make it up. Sanctuary, yeah. This new beginning deserves to be a sanctuary for your energy. An energy where you are not just thriving and can grow wildly, but you're taken care of. Think about, any sanctuary. It's a safe space for that creature, like a butterfly sanctuary, for that plant, like a rose sanctuary, or a specific, it's a safe space for that particular energy, those seeds, that life form, to grow and be nurtured and take care of, to thrive, also be admired and appreciated. That's what you're walking into. That connects to this emperor. Okay? Whether it's the emperor again in you, you are the emperor role that you're embodying, or this is someone connected to you, okay? What other synchronicities? So zeros are important. What other synchronicities connect to this message for my earth angels? 22 with harmony. Clarify. What other synchronicities connect to this message? 2, 1, 3, 4. Okay, so 2, 2, 2 could also be an important synchronicity. 1, 3, 4 could be an important synchronicity. Yeah, it's like you asked to be able to achieve something. I want to do this. I want to have this. I want victory. I want success in this. Well, then anything that was connected to you, around you, trying to be around you and connect with you, got blocked because that wasn't going to lead you to what you said you wanted. Some of you might have been hoping for a new beginning in a different direction. So you might have to deal with the grief of that not being the direction where your new beginning actually starts or actually lives. Okay? But the divine is trying to create an environment, a sanctuary for you to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve in harmony. Okay? And then reward. Right. Those paths didn't lead to reward. 88 in reverse. Again, leveling up. That's the name of the game over the next 7 days. Show me what other synchronicities are in alignment with this message from my Earth Angels. Protection keeps coming out. Okay, so 4, 4, 4, or any series of 4s could be significant. What other synchronicities are important? 24, 24, 4, 4, 4, 4, triumph, unconditional love in reverse. Again, whatever those king opportunities, situations, people, relationships, dynamics, whatever, didn't have the unconditional love that you would have needed and would have given. So those opportunities, those people, confirmation, those situations could not match the unconditional love that they would have been getting from you, Earth Angel, but couldn't reciprocate back to you, which would not allow you to thrive, would drain you completely. It's that King of Wands in reverse energy. See what I'm saying? Would have drained you completely. And that doesn't lead to your success. That doesn't lead to your protection. That doesn't lead to your safety. Okay? So if you are aligned with the spirit of unconditional love, then any path, any person, any opportunity that does not offer that can't open and won't open, will be permanently shut to you. Okay? So maybe it is about perspective. Maybe some of y'all got to reframe and reshape those experiences, or, you know, the shutting down of those paths so that you see it from the proper perspective. What other synchronicities connect to this message? Truth, yeah. Because that's the truth of what and why those situations played out the way that they did. Because the intention might not have been fully aligned right with your self-love, infinite energy, and your perseverance. Okay? So let me just do this like this then. Beautiful. Yeah. So again, your guardian angels are bringing in signs and synchronicities and confirmations for some of you through your dreams, others of you in the language that you've built with the universe, to remind you of your perseverance, to keep you in that spirit of perseverance, which you also got over here, okay? With that Chariot energy, the 6 of Swords. And that's what I mean by longevity, infinite energy. Not for a short amount of time, infinite, beyond your existence here. Some of y'all, this is about anchoring in a specific type of generational wealth that you are tasked with in this lifetime that will outlive you. Okay? And maybe that generational abundance is self-love. It's not always monetary. Sometimes it's an energetic framework. It's an energetic pattern. It's a frequency, a signature of energy that then gets planted here. So then everything that springs from that energy embodies it, spreads it. Self-love, okay? Okay, yeah. So something about the year 2020 could be significant for y'all when it comes to this journey and it comes to this energy. The bonds, some of y'all, the bonds are broken. The bonds that were keeping you out of your highest alignment have broken. And you're going to be getting some assistance from your guardian angels to persist and persevere now that those bonds are broken, because it could have you a bit disoriented or feeling waves of sorrow and grief and all of that, which is natural, normal, very human. So allow your human body to do what it needs to do to be the best chariot and vehicle for the intentions that you are setting and the things you want to create and the power that you're harnessing in this moment, which is, over the next 7 days, discernment. Utilize your discernment, okay? Because the divine wants you in harmony with this new beginning so that you can achieve what it is that your soul seems to be purposed here for, okay? Alrighty, my loves, I'm sending you out a lot of compassion, because I know being in this energy, dealing with the divine in this way, for those of you that are tied in and very, very close to the divine realms, it's not easy, okay? But I love you very much, and I thank you again for tuning into this message, and I really do hope it brings you some clarity and some insight and some guidance that you maybe need over the next 7 to 8 days, okay? All right, and until next week, make sure you guys keep your wings high and your roots deep. All right, my loves, and I'll see you in our next one. Namaste.